BNGO is getting killed. But I want to give you the truth about earnings, okay? So I said yesterday about 1,000 times, hey, if you want to say, Brandon, you're wrong again, whatever you want to say, go for it. I love the comments. I'm not going to remove any of them. But I'm going to state some facts for you right now. This is the truth about the earnings, all right? We had a revenue beat. We have a revenue beat of about 16%, surpassing what was estimated of the consensus, and we had an EPS miss of about 20%. Okay, so nothing. That kind of evens out. However, from the from this report here, we can obviously see that there are 24 sapphires shipped in the third quarter. Now that is more than we've ever had before. That is actually the highest Bionano has ever had in the history of its existence in like 2002 or early 2000s is when it was founded, okay? When it went public a couple years ago in 2017, 2018. This is the best quarter in history, though, in all 20 years of its existence, about 20 years, okay? That's a huge milestone right out the gate, all right? We also have the highest amount of nanochannels, nanochannel array flow cells, which is just think of that, all right? It doesn't matter if you understand what those are, just think of that as consumable revenue. That was the most flow cells sold in any quarter ever. Ever. Okay? We also had another 37 employees hired this quarter. You can, if you want to fact check me on that, you're gonna have to listen to the earnings report at the conference call. It's I think it was in the middle somewhere, but that's what Eric said. 37 employees hired in quarter 3. If you remember, they also said 37 in quarter 2. So I mean that's 70. What 70 is that 74? That's over 70 employees hired in 2 quarters. Now Bionano has less than 200 employees right now, and that's including this over 70 that we've got in the last 2 quarters. That tells you that the business is expanding in a huge way. These are facts. All right, you want to say the stock deserves to be valued at $4? You can make your case there. I think it would be a shitty case, but I mean, I've never heard a good bear case long term or even short term, really, in my opinion. That's just me, though. But what's not debatable is that this is a good earnings report. It's really moderately kick-ass. That's what I called it yesterday, and I believe that. I still think that. When I woke up this morning, I didn't just think, what, this is a horrible earnings report. This is sucked at. I was stupid yesterday. This sucks. Yeah, we should be going down. No. And just to prove the irrationality of this, let me go to the 5-minute chart. Okay, after earnings yesterday or during the earnings call, we spiked up to 624 when the CEO started talking. For no reason, pretty much. I mean, hype was building. Okay, come on though. We're going up like 5% after hours, and I think we peaked up here. I think that was when we were at 624. That was almost, or that was right at 6% in the green after hours, and then we just plummet. And after hours, we end up. I think the after hours we were down about 1% after hours, or maybe 2. Maybe 3 even in the after hours, and then when the market opened this morning in the pre-market, not the market open, when the pre-market opened, all the way down to 538. Why? Why is this happening? Okay, there's only a couple coherent explanations in my opinion, right? What you have is manipulation, you have shorts, and you also have high growth kind of. You have stocks that Bionano moves with, kind of getting killed today. At least Nano Dimension and GEVO is as well, I think. Let's fact check me on that. Okay, no. So GEVO's in the red still, but we are moving with Nano Dimension today, anyways. But that doesn't. I mean, I'm just why I told you that is because just to prove that it's batshit crazy, like usual. I said it. I mean, we've all known this for months. Bionano it's very weird. We spiked up a couple days before earnings, and we're still up a pretty significant amount. And you could technically say we filled the gap here, and we're forming a hammer candle, and that's bullish now. And we're holding the 21-day SMA. We're in bullish territory. You could totally make that argument. I think that's a totally fine argument to make. But what's happened in the last what's happened since the earnings call? It's crazy. I mean, the market is irrational, and this should be, I guess based on that, it should be normal for crazy, irrational things that happen. But still, this is more irrational than normal. I think it's fair to say. So let's go over some other things in the earnings. So we got 37 employees hired in the quarter 3, 24 sapphires shipped, which is outstanding. All right, by far the best quarter we've ever had. We've got, and listen to this, 141 sapphires installed right now, or shipped. Or no, sorry, not shipped. That's actually the installed base. That's not even including the ones that they shipped. So we probably have more like 145. I mean, we could even have 150 already at the end of quarter three, or well, not at the end of the quarter three, but like now, today, we could have those installed because some of these are probably shipped. They were shipped at the end of quarter three and not actually installed yet. And today, they have been installed, and that would boost that number up a little bit. And we already okay. So this is and my point here is that, well, if we go down, let's look at the milestones. Their goal for the whole year, we've been talking about this forever. They want 150 Sapphires installed. I mean, the CEO even talked about it on the earnings call, like, yeah, we're pretty confident we're going to hit that. Like, yeah, I mean, you can bet your ass you're pretty damn sure. I mean, we're going to get 160, 170, maybe 180. Okay, I mean, we're going to get at least 20 Sapphires installed. I mean, very, very high chance of getting 20 Sapphires installed this quarter four. So that's amazing. That's a huge beat and already an ambitious goal. Okay, so that's amazing. We got our gross margins were not that good. Our gross margins, this is a fair critique that the bears can make. However, not really though, because they explain it right here. But anyways, gross margin was 24% compared to 37% the last quarter. That's scary. Okay, that's probably scaring some people right now. However, the increase was primarily due to an increase in laboratory and warranty-related expenses. And here's the key, right? Who gives a shit about this? The key is that they are expected to be non-reoccurring. All right, there you go. Right, so this should jump back up to at least 30%. Hopefully even higher now, right? It was increasing. It was lower than 37% in quarter one, and then 37 was quarter two. Now quarter three, 24. It's like, what? That's shit. Yeah, but it's very likely to go back up based on this at least. And they've never lied. I don't think they're just saying this to soften the blow. Because we've kind of seen this language before, and they've given us zero reason. Just like the business, when it comes to their statement of global Sapphire adoption, they say that's what they're working for. They've given us no reason not to believe them so far. Okay, and I know it's not like, I wish I was on a first name basis with these guys and knew how trustworthy they were, but I would be lying to you if I did. However, based on what I can see, there's no reason we have to not believe that this is absolutely true. Okay, so gross margins, that concern that bears and people might have, largely not valid. That's what it comes down to, all right? Operating expenses, $21 million. Not too, it's about $3 million, $4 million increase from last quarter. And that's not, that's significant, but that's not like insane. And most of that was because of the non-cash stock-based compensation. So those are those incentivizing stock options that are vesting monthly and yearly, and the options to buy shares through options. All right, and exercise those options. That's kind of what that is talking about. That's 2.8 million of the roughly 4 million that was there. And that's not going to happen. Okay, that's a one-time thing. So that's beautiful. Again, this is why the EPS miss was a big reason. I think, at least that's what the bears are. I think that's what some of the bears are saying. That's kind of why we're going down. Obviously, I don't think anyone is making the case that we should be going down this much. Does anyone think that? Comment what you think we should be up, percentage-wise right now, whether it's up or down. I think we should be up 5 to 10, 15, 20% even right now. No doubt in my mind, okay? Because this was a moderately kick-ass earnings report from everything I can tell. All right, now let's keep going. All right, so and my point is that the EPS, this is why the EPS... the EPS was 1 cent miss, which isn't even that bad. All right, and that's a big reason why people probably are thinking we may need to go down here. It's barely, remember, the revenue is more important than the expenses, plus they explain it right here, 1.8 million in headcount, 1.5 in research and development, and that's expanding, not because of supply chain issues, but that's expanding our supply chain to produce higher volumes. And they did, by the way, this is another cool thing that they mentioned several times. The supply chain issues right now have not affected them at all. And it doesn't really matter because the chips that they need for the Sapphire, they only manufacture they only manufacture they don't manufacture many Sapphires a year. We only have 141 installed total, right? More like 145 now. Maybe even 150 or 160 right now, but at least 145-ish, 99% chance. Anyways, let's keep going. Cash. We got $326 million in cash. Boom. We acquired BioDiscovery very recently. We got a huge amount of sales in quarter three, the biggest number of all time in the company's existence, which is the biggest thing that matters for the company right now, because we're not profitable. We're just trying to get proof of concept and get the sapphires out there so the business model can shine once we get the consumable revenue domino effects, which we've seen, and which the nanochannel array flow cells record sales prove. Okay, you guys know how I always brag and like almost brag about the business model of Bionano. I always say it's so good. This is why, right? Because I mean, this is the nanochannel array flow cells. That's a metric that we can. That's a good way to gauge how the business is doing in terms of consumable revenue and what the and we want to see. Obviously, we want to see that increase each quarter, and especially, I mean, there can be a decrease maybe every few quarters, but there needs to be an increase every single year. And you have a 99% chance of that happening. Okay, if we're being realistic, there's no chance that it won't increase every year. All right, and we got the new probe thing. Okay, that we're doing sequencing stuff. You got the news 2 days ago, which you got the news, 2 days ago now, which was the leadership increase, taking people from Illumina, and now we're basically hiring a ton of people from Illumina because that's what we do. And that is amazing, but the more amazing thing is 3 days ago now, which is the two structure variation we're basically adding variants that we can detect with the sapphire. That was huge. We had the BioDiscovery acquisition. If I didn't already say that, we have a ton of presentations at several different things. We did a ton of good stuff in quarter three. That's what I'm saying. Okay, and we also had the prenatal assays that were released. We also had the PLA codes that are effective coming. That happened in October, the start of quarter four, which that didn't show up here, but that's obviously going to help sales in a huge way. And in quarter four right now, we now have BioDiscovery working for us, and they're going to start increasing that revenue in a huge way, and they're also going to help our profitability in a huge way because they're a profitable company. So I don't know what the hell people are thinking, but I added share. I should have said this at the start. I just remembered. And let me go ahead and go over here so you know I'm not lying. I added 121 share, or not 121. I added 21 shares today, right? Yesterday I had 2,400. Now I have 2,421. There it is right there, middle. My mouse is, if you can't see that, yeah, there you go. Just pause it and then you can see, and you can fact check me. But anyways, your simplified version of this earnings report is that it was a great, the quote from the CEO, they had the strongest quarter in Bionano's history, record number of sapphire shipments, several notable sites, including leading hospitals, cytogenetic labs, and academic medical centers around the world. Acquisition of BioDiscovery was amazing. Next generation sequencing, we're starting to take over their market. Bionano's proof of concept, and as a long-term hodler right now, you feel safer now than you ever have before. That's what it comes down to. And if we go down, I'm just adding more. And yeah, the Bears laugh now. Go ahead and laugh now, Bears. Enjoy what you're gonna do. But I'm just gonna show you a chart here of Illumina. Do you think the people who made the most money, and let me go to the monthly. The people who made the most money in Illumina are not the people who were shorting it in each downtrend. The people who made the most money in Illumina in any successful company long term are the people who bought on the dips and got in relatively early and held for decades. And not even, some of them, really just years. Not even, it doesn't even have to be 10 years or more. Just held. Because when you have a company like Bionano with a business model that's beautiful, that has a sapphire system or any product that's disruptive and literally has the opportunity to sell thousands of machines. And once we do that, it's over. Profitability, boom, instantly, okay? Instantly. And it's over once that happens, in my opinion. And it's not going to happen like that, of course. It's going to be more slow and like this chart, which isn't slow at all. You're going from 85 cents to 400. But I'm sure you get what I mean. This is what I see in the future for Bionano. We'll see if I'm right. I'm never going to disappear. If I'm wrong about BNGO, I'm not just going to disappear. So... But that's what I think. I'm very confident in Bionano. I'm very confident in the company. I get more confident in Bionano in each earnings report, it seems like. We've had 4 revenue beats in a row now, and that's based on the last 4 earnings reports and financials. So, with that being said, that's most of. There's not as much to dissect in this earnings report because they kept it pretty succinct, especially on the earnings. On the webcast was pretty short as well. But that being said, that's everything, right? I mean, to recap, this is a moderately kick-ass earnings report, and Bionano is down 6% the day after, and that's and hey, it's an irrational stock, but still, that it's more of an opportunity to buy. I added at the five. I don't know if it was 540s or 550s. I think it was 540s, but anyways. Yeah, I added 21 shares. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good about the company. I think the company only has one way to go in the long term. And if we're anything like Illumina's chart, anything like it, even up to $20 or 50 or 100, any long-term hodler is going to make more money than the shorts. That's just a fact. Okay, that's just a fact. Shorts don't make 100% when you short it down from 624 to even 5 flat. That doesn't happen. Okay, now options is another thing if you're doing that, but most shorts are not doing that. All right, anyways. Thank y'all so much. Here's the portfolio. Still holding every share. I added shares today, as I said, 21 shares. So thank y'all so much. This is not financial advice. I will see y'all. And check out Newsweek. Newsweek is our sponsor. Please subscribe to them. Newsweek is an extremely bullish bull on Bionano. Please subscribe to him and their team over their website and YouTube, and linked in the description for Newsweek. Thank y'all so much. This is not financial advice. I will see y'all in the next one.